Hey guys, it's the Omni Lotus here, and I'm here with a channeled message. First off, what I was hearing, fours, four, 47, 74, 747, fours, and sevens. There you go. Your confirmation shells, shells like seashells, um, yeah. The message that I got when I was in the bathroom and I was washing my hands, and the message I got was, "You're going to devour this year. You are going to devour this year." Like I feel like the last 10 years, there's a quote out there. It's like, "Last year I abstained, this year I devour." I feel like the last 10 years you've abstained. The last 10 years you've abstained, and now you will be devouring. Like going forward, you will be devouring. Um, and it's very strong energy. I feel like the last 10 year cycle that you've recently put to rest, that you're letting the residual stuff that is, I'm telling you, you are clearing something so massive that it's not, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. But I want to tell you, one, two, three. I want to tell you that God is so proud of you and how far you've come. And I know sometimes it can feel like, like, what am I doing that's correct? Or in the sense, I feel like in this collective, maybe this neurodivergence really can have you seeing things in a certain way where you're just like, what? But there's no outside, what's the word I'm looking for? Please. There's no outside validation other than like the other than like the confirmations that you get. um Little things here and there that I feel like you would have never been like, "Oh yes, for sure." I feel like this collective is constantly waiting for God to like physically speak, because we hear God. Like we talk to God, we hear God, God talks to us. So it's a very natural sensation for you to think that God is going to constantly be speaking to you, because you are constantly in communication with God. But the thing is that not all the time are you going to hear God, you know? Not all the time. And that's okay. And that's okay. It is, I feel like, for me personally, before, when I was younger, I'm still pretty young, but when I was younger and I was getting into my spirituality, I felt like I would be abandoned, or like I would cry. There are videos I have where I would cry and I'd be like, "Don't leave me, don't abandon me. Like, how can you be so close to me and then be silent, you know?" But sometimes that's good. That sometimes it's good. It means you're so I feel like for me sometimes it could be like, "No, we need you to operate in a certain way that does not have any kind of influence, but trust that we are going to bring you where you've always needed to go." That's the fun thing about this collective. You were always going to get to where you needed to be. No matter how it looked, how it played out, you were always going to get there. You were always going to get there. You were always going to get there. We were always going to bring you there. You were always going to succeed. There was just this matter of, we had to get rid of a lot of stuff that was holding you back. It's okay, rightfully so. There was a lot of things that people put on you, and things you put on yourself, and mindsets. There's just so much clearing happening. I'm cord cutting 404. Cord cutting could be very significant, because I'm seeing like just like the cords burning, and just it holds no weight here for you anymore. And I've said this in readings before, but seriously, this is what's coming up right now. Also, I'm very drawn to my pomegranate oil. So I'm gonna take that as like, your intuition is upgrading. Like big time, baby. Big time, baby. Your intuition is upgrading big time. And when I mean big time, like, girl, and I mean that like neutrally, but like, girl, when I said in my last video that you are spiritually like highly ranked, lovely, like, you don't even understand, like, gifts are growing. Your gifts are growing, and there's this sense of play that you have with it, because I feel like before, maybe I'm just gonna talk about myself right now. Before, for me, when it came to my gifts, I felt like I was constantly comparing myself to other spiritual people who were talking about their gifts, or who were very in tune with their gifts and how to use them, and so on and so forth, right? Probably in the last year or so, maybe even the last couple months, if I'm being honest, I've recently had to learn how to stop comparing myself to other spiritual people, because their gifts are theirs and mine are mine, right? Like, all of us who are tapped in like this, and I mean, like I said, we all are able to tap in like this, but those who are really tapped in, I lost my thought. Oh no. Please, can I have that back? Those of us who are really tapped in, at one point you could have felt like you had to try, right? You had to try to tap in. Girl, you're always tapped in. Always tapped in. I said this before too. So tapped in, you feel normal. Actually, I feel like not tarot. I feel like Lemuria. So tapped in, you feel normal, and seriously, it's a really good place to be in. And I feel like there's this also sense of like, you were so young, but you were trying to get it all together. You were so young trying to make all this stuff work for yourself. And like, we admire you for that, honestly. You were so young trying to make all this stuff work, but like, it's not that we didn't want it to work out then for you. Obviously, we wanted you to succeed in things, but I feel like the environments you were in, the people that were around you, just would not allow it. So it just became this thing of having to essentially cloak you to keep you safe, to get to this point where, okay, now you're safe to express transformation. Now you're safe to be who you are. And I'm not saying you were never safe. I just feel like it was just harder, maybe in the last 10 years or so. It could have been just harder for you to feel safe, but I'm telling you, this year, I'm just kidding. This year, man, it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Alignment, baby. Like, these things were always going to lead you to this point. Like, you were always going to succeed. And I'm telling you, you're about to eat so good. You're about to eat so good. I feel like maybe right now you could feel like you're not really that hungry. Like, physically. Could be fasting. Could be wanting to fast. Just not really... Food is just not really there for you right now. But I'm telling you, baby, you're about to eat. You're about to eat. The divine is so beautiful for that. Like, you're gonna devour, baby. You're gonna devour. Reclaim your energy. And I feel this, because like I said, it's just been this, you've put down a very big cycle. I've said that before, but it's true. Even healing's here and life force energy is here. You've put down a very big cycle that was maybe even 8 years at this point. I see 844. And it's just time for you to really step into everything that you've always wanted to be, everything that you came into this world to be. Because if you're seeing this and you're in this collective, I'm telling you right now, you came to this planet for a reason. Sometimes I know it's like, what the fuck did I come here for? But I'm telling you, you came to this planet for a reason. And I'm telling you, the start of this year, you put down a lot of stuff, so now you can really step into the truest essence of yourself. The truest essence of yourself. And I'm telling you, you're so beautiful. Oh my god. You're so beautiful. And I want you to be everything that you are. I want you to bloom. This winter, I'm getting this. This winter, this January, if you're seeing this in January, but if you're seeing this in the winter, anytime during the winter, rest. Take this time to rest right now, because I'm telling you, when the sun comes out again, the unknown and wreath, there in the circle of life tends to breathe death. One is not without the other, eternally bound by essence of spirit. and then the unknown is here. I feel like once the sun comes out, baby, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Is that what she says? 10:10 on the clock too. Anyway, when the sun comes out, be ready to go. Be ready to go. And you already are. There's nothing you have to do. I'm just telling you, be ready to go. There's nothing you have to do because guided, protected, loved, and I'm telling you, you're lighting the way up, baby. This is not something you're gonna have to be like, oh, I need to stay ready. You're already ready. I just need you to allow yourself to let go of this residual stuff. Let that cosmic cord cutting take place. Let go of those old thought patterns. Let go of lack. Lack is a huge one. You are never without resources around you at all given points in times. Okay? You are stepping into a brand new point in life. You very much deserve this point in life. I feel like life has always just been like you're clawing tooth and nail is what I'm hearing. But starting since January starting since honestly August of 2025, maybe even October, you've been putting down so much so you can make room for what really has always wanted to be shown. And trust me, you're going to shine so bright. You're going to shine so bright. Allow yourself this new. Because it is new. I love you. Oh my god. I love you so much.